Since last January, we've stopped inflation in its tracks. And there is still more to do. There's always more to do.
Affordability is top of mind for so many Americans, including President Trump. A Fox poll out last month found just 1 in 4 voters view the economy as being in a good or excellent shape. And 60% of respondents said their personal financial situation is either only fair or poor. We've got one of America's foremost experts on personal finance here to answer some questions and give you hope, I like to say, because Dave Ramsey is here, and you're always leading people to prosperity. You're always giving them a way out of what are very difficult financial situations for many. Dave, welcome back to the program. Good to see you.
Well, thank you. Good to see you again.
All right. So you've got your 7 baby steps to take control, to help take control of your money. Detail these for people, because clearly our polling is showing that whatever is happening in the economy, people still don't feel great about their current financial situation and they want a way out.
Yeah, you have to be careful to manage emotions. When things are coming at you, you need to stop and say, what are the facts? Well, the facts are that some of these numbers, if I'm sitting there in my 20s and I want to buy a house and I feel like I've been boxed out right now, the facts are that that's true. The facts are there's a problem, and I can't control those facts, but I can control my reaction to them. So the only way you win with money is to control the controllables. And again, stop what you're doing, get yourself on a written detailed plan, stay out of a restaurant, and get $1,000 set aside, and then work your way out of your debt. See, that number 2, paying off all debt except the house using the debt snowball, we've got the large financial institutions and car companies have screwed the last 2 generations. They are deeply in debt. They're saying, I can't afford a house. Well, that's because you have a $1,200 car payment. That's because you have a student loan that's been around so long you think it's a pet. That's because your credit card debt is at an all-time high in American history. So you keep buying things on debt, and you keep letting these companies screw you and put you in a position where you can't be able to buy a home. So we've got to work you out of that and get you away from these people that are taking you to town, and they're getting rich off of you and keeping you from being able to buy that home and to prosper.
So where do you fall in this political debate that is happening right now on affordability, Dave? I mean, based on what you're just saying, there are people who get themselves into some pretty tricky situations. Is that a result of the economic environment today, or perhaps a change in psychology on what people feel like they should be able to pay for and afford?
There's never been a time in history that someone in their 20s or 30s could afford to buy a house when they had 2 car payments, a student loan, and a pile of credit card debt. There's never been a time that was affordable. And so what they've done is they've squeezed away all their disposable income, the ability to save up for a down payment, by buying a bunch of crap and filling up their cart and hitting submit. And, Amazon shows up at their front door every 13 minutes. So you've got to stop doing this stuff if you want to save up for a house. So work your way out of debt, It's the only thing you can control. And then, yes, people are able to buy a house. 20 minutes ago in my studio was a young cameraman from another organization here shooting a podcast, and he just closed on a house, and he's 24 years old. So people are able to buy houses, but you've got to get yourself straightened out. It's very hard, and you've got to not be set yourself up to be victimized by these companies that are out to own you.
That's an inspiring message for so many, and we look to you for that, Dave. It leads me to a question that we received from one of our America Reports viewers. We know that you love to take these questions. This is from Melbourne, Florida, Patrick. He says, do you think the American dream is actually slipping away, Dave, or do you think younger people are giving up on it too quickly? Or, Patrick asks, is it a combination of both?
It's a combination of, it's hope, what you led out with at the beginning of the segment. When I feel stuck and I feel like no matter what I do, I can't get ahead, that's a loss of hope. That's hopelessness. And then, yes, everything seems to be out of my reach. The dream does seem to be slipping away. And I went bankrupt in my 20s. I lost everything. So there was a moment in our lives there where Sharon and I felt hopeless, and we felt like the great American dream was slipping away from us. And the only thing we could do was to control, again, the controllables and control our reaction to these things and what we're going to do. Yes, it's hard out there right now, but part of it is hard because of the choices we've all made that have put ourselves in these situations, and we haven't told people to quit spending like they're in Congress.
Yeah, I mean, people feel the same way about government, too. Government spending is something we talk a lot about. If I were to ask you a final question in this sort of affordability environment where people do see those prices, they ran up for years. We had inflation that was at historic levels several years ago, and those prices have, struggled to come down. Historically, it's very difficult to get those prices down. What's the solution to this?
They don't come down.
Right? I mean, so we've got to boost wages and incomes and...
Yeah. Housing prices are not going to come down. They're not going to come down. They never have. We have no time in history that we've seen house prices go down except for on a temporary basis in 2008 when we crashed the economy with a bunch of fraudulent mortgages. So they don't come down. So what you've got to do is adjust your paradigm on that if you're looking at that and saying that here's the thing. So my wife Sharon and I at 22 years old in 1982 bought our first house for $80,000. It was 3 miles from the first house my parents bought 25 years earlier. We bought that house for $80,000. My parents bought it 25 years earlier in 1960 for $12,000. That house today is $450,000, $500,000 if you were to look at that house. And so it's a median house price house. So house prices are going to go up. So what you've got to do is adjust your sails and say, I'm going to control my income. I'm going to work my career. I'm going to save and build and grow. And I will get there when I get myself cleaned up. You can get to the place you can buy a house. And it's just this hopelessness, and it's sad. The American dream is not dead, but it feels like it to a lot of people right now.
I know our viewers love to hear what you have to say, Dave. Thanks so much for coming on with us. Hope to have you back soon.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.